a pre-med kicker. Or a sustainable business champion. Or a criminal justice historian. Or a next-generation coder. Wherever your passion lies, there's a place for you at St. Mary's University. Find what you're looking for out in the world, right here in Halifax.
It is often thought that glory is a matter of fate. But the truth is, no one was born a hero. It's an everyday journey. There are no shortcuts, no perfect scenarios, no days off. Things won't always go the way you expect. Sometimes you may ask yourself, why me? Why now? But overcoming challenges is part of the game too. It doesn't matter how strong your rival is or how hard the game gets. Doesn't matter if all eyes are on you or if nobody's watching. And if you're forced to improvise, show everyone there are no limits to what you can do. In that moment, nothing else matters. Your time is now. When passion runs through you, become your own hero.
At Dalhousie University, ocean expertise flows directly into the blue economy. We're advancing clean tech and digital solutions and shaping tomorrow's workforce. We're turning today's challenges in medicine and healthcare into tomorrow's opportunities. And through our community partnerships, we support discovery and inclusion that make a real difference. This is Dalhousie University, where local collaboration meets global impact.
Nova Scotia. This morning's match features the Suburban FC U15 girls versus the visiting Lethbridge FC U15 girls. Today's starting lineup for the Lethbridge U15 girls. In goal, number 1, Kelsey Sawa. Number 5, Abby Spooner. Number 6, Claire Perskach. Number 8, Ashlyn Higgin. Number 9, Caitlin Bain. Number 12, Riley McFetridge. Number 12, Brielle Lechen. Number 14, Maya Halma. Number 15, Claire Maldener. And number 18, Annalise King. And the starting lineup for your Suburban FC U15 girls. In goal, number 0, Everly Allen. Number 4, Stella Malloy. Number 7, Kira Panopoulos. Number 8, Iris McGilvery. Number 14, Addison Heisen. Number 16, Sylvie Ujbel. Number 21, Ayla Ball. Number 24, Kaylee Conrad. Number 29, Lyndon McCulley. Number 30, Naomi Kamau. And number 34, Isla Hibbers. The Rising Tides Canada Youth Cup promotes good sportsmanship by athletes, coaches, and fans. We request your cooperation in supporting athletes and officials in a powerful manner. Rising Tides would like to thank our presenting sponsor, Macron, Work Hard, Play Harder. I'd like to thank Events Nova Scotia for helping support this event and to Halifax University for hosting us today at the Wickwire Field. The Tigers kick off their home season right here on August 29th with the women at 5 p.m. and the men following at 7:30 p.m. You can catch all the action on AUS TV. Thank you to our broadcast partner, Maritime Athletic Profiles, for their coverage of all tournament games and bringing the streams to fans near and far. Visit Maritime Athletic Profiles on YouTube for a full live stream of all tournament matches.
And good morning, everyone. Welcome to this day 4 of this 5-day tournament, the Canadian Youth Cup National Showcase. We have an early morning start with the U15 girls matchup, Suburban FC taking on Lethbridge FC. Myself, Connor McKinnon, providing you play-by-play commentary, and joining us inside the booth is the crew from Maritime Athletic Profiles. They have produced and powered this event since Thursday, and then a great job, and we have a lot of people that have been here for long days, starting from 7, 6 in the morning all the way to sometimes 10, 11 o'clock at night, so it wouldn't be possible without them, as we're off to a quick and easy start. With talk about Lethbridge, we watched them play yesterday, and it was a bit of a domination of an effort. You had Ashlyn Higgin, who had a heck of a performance with a hat trick yesterday for Lethbridge FC. She'll be someone to watch, one of the leading attackers and scorers on this team, as we'll get into a couple other players as well, but someone to watch out for. Quick shot on goal early, and that's who we usual suspects. The winger Ashlyn Higgin, the early shot for Lethbridge FC. Just goes a little bit wide. Everly Allen back as the goalkeeper for Suburban FC this morning. And, of course, for everyone watching Suburban FC, they're wearing their uniforms that are like a Tiger-esque type of colorway, like red and black pattern. And for Lethbridge, wearing the white tops, black bottoms. And for those tuning in again, since this is a U15 matchup, this will only be 35-minute halves, so we'll have a first half 35 minutes, a second half 35 minutes for a total of 70 minutes. It was a really fun day yesterday for people that did not tune in yesterday for the 8 games here that was hosted at Wickwire Field. For 7 straight games until the nightcap game we had last night, there was shutouts in every single one of those games. And not only shutouts, it was the nightcap game that ended up being one of the most entertaining of the entire, as we have a quick run for Suburban FC that gets the shot over and scores, opening Suburban FC at the close to 3-minute marker, gets a goal on the board to go up 1-0 over Lethbridge FC. As there was no one back to defend, it was a 2-on-1 opportunity, and you bet Suburban FC's put the exclamation point at the end of it. And Addison Heisen credited with the goal, as we'll probably get a replay of that at some point. And ever since that goal by Addison Heisen, listed as a winger center midfielder, well, not much the same pressure from Lethbridge FC. The only chance for Lethbridge FC was early on when they first got possession to start this first half, was a shot attempt by Ashlyn Higgin. Here's another chance for Suburban FC, but too eager on the trigger that time. Violation gives the ball right back to Lethbridge. Suburban FC is coached by Megan Earl, assistant coach Sarah Pittman, and the manager Lindsay Dixon. And for Lethbridge FC, the coaching staff is head coach Candace Halma, assistant coach Angela Court, manager Diane Walsh, and assistant technical director Chris Hayes. Pass up ahead to try to get the break going for Suburban FC once more, but the pressure from Lethbridge at midfield is continuous. Here's a left boot shot that just goes wide right. No danger for Everly Allen between the posts. Quick tap pass to start for the right back for Suburban FC. A kick away past the sideline and out of it. Throw from Kaylee Conrad, looking for a teammate. Decides to throw it down the pitch. And there is a bad turnover, but offsides. Unfortunately, as you can see, there was a lot of open grass. Nice feed up ahead to start the break. A few attackers in the middle of the left side of the pitch. And just lost to Suburban FC, able to get a good defensive play to try and flip the field. We are located here at the Dalhousie University campus on Wickwire Field in Halifax, Nova Scotia. There's another shot that is trickling on, and Higgins trying to go for it and stopped, but whistle blow it, and that doesn't even matter. Here's Higgin, left hit boot shot again. Not much pace behind that kick. And Allen has been able to track things fairly easily, or at least make it look easy. Pass up ahead, that is ruled onside. A shot with the right foot, that goes sailing and goes on top of the net. And you've seen a few of these players throughout this tournament, especially yesterday, where they've been able to take some of those long shots outside of the box area and able to get over some of the outstretched hands of some of the even taller goalkeepers. Like Naomi Kama with that last shot that went on top of the net. And here's a throw in. As Higgin was trying to pass it back, as Suburban FC trying to get a few bodies on it, does not come up with it. And Halma trying to start it with a pass intended up ahead towards the middle. Oh, and here's another chance for Suburban FC, a turnover, and just one person beat. And what a heck of a defensive play to come back after being initially beat to prevent that from being another dangerous one-on-one potential opportunity for Suburban FC. Claire Prescott with the play. This is number six in white, with a great defensive play to track it down and prevent that from being an even or dangerous play. And that is the one thing about soccer that is difficult if you're an attacker, is to be able to keep that speed and momentum going with the ball on your foot, because you'll have defenders and backers wanting to come up, and you have to be able to make moves and hopefully have a attacker on the other side to try to pass it up ahead. But give a lot of credit to this Lethbridge FC defense to start. Even after allowing the goal, they have been strong since that point. And there's another well-placed ball again, this time to Mia Halma. Halma sends a shot over to Allen. Allen scoops it up. Now we'll punt it towards midfield. And here's a chance to early on for Prakash. Made that heck of a defensive play earlier in this half to prevent a one-on-one opportunity and trying to lead it offensively. This leads to a corner kick for Lethbridge FC. Good chance to try and extend the lead up by 2 instead of the solo they have on the board here at Wickwire Field. There's a header that goes in, a nice save. Oh, staved away by Allen. Able to get both hands on it on that left side of the post. And even with a save from Allen, there still needs to be another corner kick this time on the opposite side. Higgin was there around it. Cash is around it 2 for Lethbridge. Finally going the other way was Suburban FC. See the speed on display. Suburban FC, they have numbers on the right side. This has a golden opportunity for Suburban FC to get another one, and they do. A brilliant goal that gives them a 2-0 lead now for Suburban FC. And the speed on display as no one could get back there in time. And even though it was a beautiful finish, it was all from the setup on the delivery on the left side. Just being able to use that speed, as you can see on that replay of it. Just beautiful soccer. Everything about that play was great. The speed, the pass setup, the finish. And Kira Panopoulos is able to get the goal that time around. This is number 7 today. It's actually number 11. So now goals by Hyson and Panopoulos. We give Suburban FC this early 2-0 lead as we're not even halfway through this first half. We'll see how Lethbridge is able to respond as they've had their moments. Had a few corner kicks, an early shot, not only by Ashlyn Higgin, but Claire Maldener. Now able to take it up. Before it went past the end line, and an advantage now for a corner kick for Lethbridge FC. The third corner kick we've seen this morning for Lethbridge FC. Prakash back with it. Has been really important in that midfielder, center midfielder position. Has done a really great job being able to help out defensively. And we talk about that midfield position. It's that dual threat ability. And here's a chance for Suburban FC again, and still not quite in the box area. A shot that is sent on goal and politely picked up by the goalkeeper for Lethbridge. This Kelsey Sea is the only goalkeeper listed on the Lethbridge FC roster. And there's another chance for Camo, who did have a shot that went sailing just a little bit above the crossbar on top of the net. Issa will send a kick over. And again, so far for Lethbridge FC, it's been a little bit of quiet for some of the attackers. That most of the offense have actually, in a lot of ways, is facilitated through Claire Prakash. And again, shot sent to Everly Allen and has made everything look pretty easy. And I know it's not always time of your goalkeeper. We saw some great performances from last night, especially with the Herculean effort of a shootout victory, but that was all from a great goalkeeper play last night from Brooklyn Noseworthy, who we actually got to have the privilege of interviewing last night. And just being able to stand on your head sometimes and even play against great players and being able to stand the onslaught, as we'll have 3 substitutions for both Suburban FC and Lethbridge FC. Number 4, Clementine Gunther. Number 16, London Gregory. And Alexandria Beer coming in for Lethbridge FC. I'll give you who's coming in for Suburban FC. Number 7, Elena Manuel. And then number 32, Abigail Thompson. 33, Morgan Clark. Some of the substitutions on the pitch for Suburban FC and Lethbridge FC. And Morgan Clark, just newly checked in, will take the corner kick for Suburban FC. Madison Heisen, who had a goal earlier, was also a big part of that assist to Kyra Panopoulos, who's just checked out of the game for sub. Has been responsible for 2 of the goals, and you know that's a sign of a great young player when all the offense has been generated because you've been involved in the play. And Higgin gets the pass. And trying to set up, but well played by Suburban FC. Lethbridge will take one shot, and that's easily stopped once more as Caitlin Bain. So I put it on net. And actually, Lethbridge so far actually leads it in shots on goal, 3-2 versus Suburban FC. But they've had 2 shots and 2 goals that have made the difference. So they've had a really fishing shooting percentage when they've been able to put it on goal. We'll have a free kick from the dead ball spot. There's a shot that does get sent, and a Suburban FC player was crashing down quickly. That would have been Willa Foster, and it was a move by Saw, who just had to get it out of there before it could have been turned into a turnover, and then there would have been no one behind to protect. Another free kick as we're already at the 26-minute mark here in the first half. Again, folks, 35-minute halves, and we'll give you a quick little update on what the schedule does look like upcoming after this. So we're into day 4, so we'll have first starting off the U15 girls. We'll start off after that at 9:45 a.m. here, a U15 boys division match between Lethbridge FC and OSU Force Academy. Soon after that, we'll move on to some of the U17 boys and girls competition. Here at Dal, U17 boys, as NLSA takes on Lethbridge FC for U17, U17 girls. The third place Group A will take on third place Group B. should also give a shout out to everyone who is tuning into this broadcast as you're watching this matchup between Suburban FC and Lethbridge FC U15 girls matchup, produced and powered by Maritime Athletic Profiles. As they've done a great job covering this tournament. It's been a busy summer for this crew. Even when it's summer, there's no days off in sports. And then Allen again with another nice stop. Solid between the pipes. And having to track back down as the right backer, Abby Spooner had to come back and try to kick it away from that Suburban FC attacking group. And that was a nice play made by Kelsey Sawa to get it away. As Suburban FC, the one has made their offense really tough to deal with is that you'll have the center backs and right and left backs for Lethbridge FC as they not getting lackadaisical. Here we have a chance for Higgin. Higgins has a little bit of space, sends a shot over and just missed it. As you could see that Ashlyn Higgin, I took a second to hesitate because I thought maybe that went in, but you could see Higgin from the motion. She had the right idea, and look at the difficulty of the shot. You're moving left and had the perfect placement, just needed about a foot down, and that would have been a goal score for Higgin, who was a huge impact player for Lethbridge yesterday. Oh, and here's another golden opportunity for Suburban FC. And that was well played defensively to get back there late, as Addison Heisen, who's been making it all happen, also made life a little bit more difficult for this Lethbridge team. And that's the one thing, too, with these tournaments that are really difficult if you're a coaching staff is you're playing against teams that you've never seen before or maybe you've heard of, but if you're coming from different provinces, it's difficult to try and get the tape on all these different types of players to make adjustments, because typically in that situation, if you know a player's already got a goal and assist in the game, one thing you want to do is try to take them out of the game. So usually send a double team or two different players to try and mark and guard them just to get the ball out of their hands, maybe get them to panic, and so that you have the offense has a chance or defense to make something into offense. And we'll see how the game progresses. Bain trying to make it a move, followed up by Beer picking it up to tap it. And here's a move from Manuel Brinton. He's trying to send it across to Willa Foster, but played well to get out of harm's way by the Lethbridge defense. Less than 2 minutes and 30 seconds away from closing up this stanza. And a throw in from the sideline. Shot sent over, and the ball still loose in the box area, and just gotten away in time. Every time, and no matter if you're a commentator or parent or fan watching, whenever you see that ball just stay in the penalty area, it can get a little bit dangerous and dicey every single time. Especially when you see a few players go down and no one's in the right position. That mayhem tends to result in some type of net positive for one team or the other. Oh, and here's a chance for Suburban FC. Really a one-on-one opportunity, and a great stop from Kelsey Sawa. And that was just one-on-one from Lucy Brown. Had no one back there, and they've had that habitually happen. As a shot is sent by Abigail Thompson. And it goes a bit wide. And before the half is almost over, he had another chance to maybe put that third goal on the board, but thanks to the goalkeeping from Sa, kept it only a 2-goal advantage for Suburban FC. And they'll have to try to make adjustments to try and prevent from Suburban FC just getting wide open lanes. There's no one there to defend. As the pass is up ahead. Intended for Higgin. And played well by Allen. Here's a late chance here, potentially, for Lethbridge. And a score here right at the 35-minute marker. And now it is only a 1-goal deficit at the buzzer, literally, for Lethbridge FC. And Lethbridge, right when they needed it most, I would say, cuts us within a 1-goal deficit. And for Lethbridge, they've had their chances, and they just needed a mistake made there, as that is halftime for us. And Riley Fettridge is credited with the goal for Lethbridge FC. As we said it here, folks, it was all Suburban FC to start. They had some great play from number 14, Addison Heisen, with an assist and a goal, opened up with a goal, and followed up setting up her teammate as well, Kira Panopoulos, with that second goal. And finally here, right at the halftime marker at 35 minutes, had a goal from Riley McFettridge. And that has only cut this lead into 1 for Suburban FC. And that is going to wrap it up here as we head into halftime. We'll bring you back with the second half, as again, this is a Canada Youth Cup National Showcase, Day 4 of this Day 5 tournament, as we have much more in store, not only for this matchup, but more to come. So don't go anywhere, everybody.
Mostly it's just like get the ball down and do what we've been practicing, do what we know how to do, and just not choke up.
And what do you think about the vibe for today?
I liked it. It was very like uplifting, and everyone was like happy to be here and like play. It was nice.
Amazing. And what do you think the team needs to do to get that win?
I think we need to just be very collected, don't panic, and play our usual game.
Super fun, we're excited.
My mom and my dad. I love you guys, and thank you for letting me be here and getting me this far.
Let's work.
And welcome back here, folks, to the second half. A 2-1 lead for Suburban FC versus Lethbridge FC, and it was a entertaining finish to that first half with a last-second goal right at the 35-minute marker as the halftime was about to hit. A goal scored by Riley McFetridge that has made a difference in this game to cut it from a 2-goal lead to a 1-goal lead for Suburban FC, but it was Suburban FC for majority of that first half, and a lot of that damage from Addison Heisen, depending how this game go, might get player of the game, nods, or recognition. Had a goal at the 2-minute mark and a goal at the 14-minute mark. Well, not a goal, not 2 goals, but a goal that's set up by Heisen to her teammate, Kira Panopoulos. So involved in those 2 goals, but it is only now, as you see here, at Wickwire Field, a chance for Lethbridge FC to try and tie this game up potentially and maybe win it, as it's been fascinating. As we said yesterday on the broadcast, that we had 7 straight games here of a shutout between the opponent until the last game where it was a wild one, but ended up being a shootout win when it was tied at 1-1. This competition is starting to heat up a little bit as we're getting that much closer to tomorrow. We'll have multiple gold, silver, and bronze medal awards that will be given out. As, again, folks tuning in, there are 4 different divisions here, U17 and U15 for both girls and for women, and Suburban FC, and that is just a little too far ahead for Suburban FC. Shot going high and wide. So we go back here to divisions. Again, 4 divisions, but there's also 2 different groups in each of those divisions, so Group A and Group B. So both of the top-seeded teams or the second-placed seeded teams in the Group A and Group B both have a chance to not only compete for gold and silver medals, but for bronze medal placement tomorrow. And we'll try to give you updates as we can with where the standings are for each of the divisions. Your chance for Suburban FC is a defense not there in time, and a great hand stop and a follow-up. And it's still loose right in the box area. Another brilliant save. Back-to-back saves for Lethbridge FC. Standing on your head, Kelsey Saw. We see you out there. Man, what a performance. And the ball's still loose there. And finally, Saw said, I have enough of this. I made 2 saves. I'm going to pick it up, and I'm just going to punt in the other direction. And here is a free kick for Suburban FC. This goes wide and into the net from all the way. A few feet away from the penalty arc, and that is a goal to start this. Right at the 39-minute marker. A free kick goal. Scored by Stella Milloy. Stella Malloy gets it back to a 2-goal lead for Suburban FC. And we've seen a few of those yesterday from that tournament where they're able to have a free kick from a little bit of distance and just putting enough of an arc and loop on the shot just to get over the outstretched arms of the goalkeeper. And even though Saw before that had a couple of great saves to start up the second half, just couldn't get that one to stop there. London Gregory was able to push that away to try and cool down the Suburban FC offense. Another chance for Suburban FC, and a great stop from Sawa, and a great base shot, too, for Suburban FC. Elena Manuel Brinton The chance to try to make it a 3-goal lead. And again, even though it's been some of the goals that have happened, those first two at the very least, were man advantages, where you had a 2-on-1, no one was back defensively to be able to help out. And so when you're a goalkeeper at that position, you just got to do the best you can. And even though the free kick, which probably maybe less forgiven as another stop from Saw on the corner kick, has had a pretty good performance considering. And just for Lethbridge, will have to try and bring more offense and try to see if they can string together a few attacks, as maybe this is the opportunity they need here. The shot just goes a little bit wide for Lethbridge. As Kinley McDonald took a chance at it, didn't get all of the boot on it, and just went a little bit too far right. We do have a change at the net for Suburban FC. Amelia Sullivan now the goalkeeper instead of Everly Allen. Probably just getting some playing time and talking with a few of the players, too, from multiple divisions. One of the aspects of this tournament, which has been really nice, is to be able to utilize the bench a lot and go deep into the rotation and give a lot of players some opportunity to play and just have fun, because that's what this tournament ultimately is about. Yes, you are competing at a high level, but it's also having fun on a field like Wickwire Field, where there's some of these athletes have actually never been on a turf or pitch like this in their whole life, and talking to them, they just go, we're from a small town, we've never seen anything quite like this. So to see a lot of these young men and women just be able to compete on a university level field and pitch is pretty awe-striking for a few of them. Even though a few of them have practiced here all the time, though, they're from like 10 minutes down the road, so you have a lot of different people from different parts of the world with either the similar experiences or very different ones. And booted away again. It's been ever since that goal scored by Suburban FC. on the free kick in the opening 4 minutes. It's been fairly 50-50 with both these teams trying to get something going. If you're Lethbridge, going down after only cutting it within 1 goal, being down 2, it can seem a little bit monumental. But I will say they've, as a defense so far for Lethbridge, they have cut down the chances of just maybe biting too much on some of the offensive possessions. And there's another stop. And nice play. This will set up a corner kick for Suburban FC. Isla Bald will take it from the corner. Sends a looping one over. Was trying to set up the header to her teammate, Manuel Britton. And they get it right back for another chance to Manuel Britton. And a whistle blows and a stop. Gives it right back to Lethbridge to do as they please with it. Here, teammates Morgan Clark, number 33 for Suburban FC, was trying to turn offense. You hear the teammates up ahead calling for it. Manuel Britton with it. He's going to try to set up a pass and does to the other side. And Bald will go and track it down after the pass. Fighting for it with Gunther. Another chance for Suburban FC. Manuel Britton able to get the turnover near the box area. Decides to take it back. Still loose for it. Finally, Press Cash able to kick it down, but still a throw in for Suburban FC. Again, folks, we've been doing it all tournament long, but depending on how the result of this game, we will have a player of the game that we'll interview and talk to post-game. Has been one service that we have offered throughout this entire Canada Youth Cup National Showcase Tournament. little bit of battling near the midfield, and finally Lethbridge trying to do something with it, and Sullivan says, nope, I will stop that, and sends a long-range boot. The indirect free kick is ruled and sent down to Lethbridge. There's Manuel Britton. They got tripped up a little bit there. Rio Lecher. McFetridge, who's had the lone goal for Lethbridge FC, trying to get something going. Higgins not currently out on the pitch for Lethbridge FC, a big impact player for them. We'll see if down the stretch if substitutions are made. Yep, I called it just right. I didn't know. I promise I did not predict that to happen intentionally. I did not know actually I was going to get checked in, but sometimes the action is how received, so we'll see what Higgin produces being back in the lineup, one of their key strikers and attackers. And a wise play. Get it back to Sullivan. Gives it to McCauley. And McCauley gets it up ahead to Bald, as Bald sends it over. It still stays right near the sideline, and that's Manuel Britton. It's there for a moment, and back to Bald, and Bald almost lost it, but picked up and followed up by a teammate. And here's a nice pass up ahead. A great chance for Lethbridge FC, but even better defense. Well played. You could see the right back coming in for Suburban FC, Lyndon McCauley. As you'll see here on the replay of it shortly. Shot is sent over, and just last second got it out of the penalty area. So substitutions for Lethbridge and Suburban FC. We'll get you those here in just a second. Cameron Sharp checking out. Will Foster checking out. And Naomi Kamau coming in for Suburban FC. Here's Suburban FC, just trailing behind, sends a shot, and well played and saved by Sa, who's had to make a few really great saves throughout this entirety of the game, and did so there. And again, the last line of defense was very evident there. London Gregory just had enough to affect the shot. As it goes out of play, and a throw will commence. As we are approaching about 10 minutes left in this match between Suburban FC and Lethbridge FC. A quick recap as how we got to this moment back in the first half. 2 goals scored, one by Addison Heisen with the goal opening up, and also assisted on another one to her teammate Kyra Panopoulos. And before the end of the close of the half, Lethbridge FC had a clutch 35 halftime beating goal from Riley McFetridge. And at the 39 minutes, so after half and opening few minutes of the second half, had a goal scored on a free kick from Stella Malloy. And that is the current score that we have it, 3-1 in favor of Suburban FC. As this, again, this is the last day where tomorrow is all going to be about medals, medals, medals. So these games are so pivotal more than ever. So you expect the competition to ratchet up just a little bit more. Substitution for Suburban FC. Kaylee Conrad and Isla Hibberts. trying to track it down. His Hibberts are just recently checked in. And a sliding kick away from Cameron Sharp. And Camo was trying to look for it, just loses it. Again, we're approaching less than 10 minutes now in this match to start the morning, 8 a.m. start. Caitlin Bain back in, and number 7, Alexandra Beer. And Abby Spooner. And Claire Maldner. Addie Heisen now checking back in for Suburban FC, one of the standouts of today's match in this 4th day of this Canada Youth Cup National Showcase Tournament. And a kick away from Sawa for Lethbridge as that kick opportunity and scoring chance goes a little bit too wide, and no danger so far for that Lethbridge team, but they are not having time is not on their side whatsoever, as they will only have about 4 minutes when we hit the 66-minute marker here just now. And a good save from Sawa again, as we're seeing some of the teams coming out for the next upcoming matchup for U15 boys soccer. They'll approximately start at 9:45. Lethbridge FC taking on OSU Force Academy. We'll have coverage here on the YouTube live stream from Maritime Athletic Profiles. Another shot and another save. Sawa, and another save too. Couldn't get a grip on it. And even though the score reflects a 3-1 advantage for Suburban, the one highlight instead has been Kelsey Saw. Just fantastic. You can see on the replay there, didn't have a full handle on it and was able to avoid that from becoming another goal. So good rebound save from Sawa. And just getting peppered with shots here late. Has faced 13 of them. And Suburban FC still aggressive here with less than 2 minutes to go. And the player hit the deck there for Lethbridge FC. Maya Halma got up in a quick hurry, and that leads to a free kick opportunity. With 1 minute remaining on the scoreboard here for this 70-minute long match. And kicked all the way out of the other side. And racing down to get it is London Gregory, who kicks it right over to Saw to try and clear it out. Seems like they're letting them play a little bit longer here, even at the 70-minute marker. We'll have a free kick for Suburban FC. And a direct kick. Free kick ruled. And another stoppage. And that gives them a little bit of unintentional extra time. And time is of the essence with this tournament, with everything else. And they're giving a free kick opportunity to Halma. Halma with a free kick. Gets sent over and saved easily by Sullivan. And that whistle means a victory for Suburban FC, winning it 3-1 over Lethbridge FC. Quick recap of what we had in that first and second half. It opened up with 2 goals scored by Suburban FC within the first 14 minutes. A score from Addison Hyson, who had a goal to start and then assisted her teammate. number 11, Kira Panopoulos, and followed up before the end of first half, a goal by Riley McFetridge from Lethbridge FC. And finally, what really did everything was a free kick from Stella Malloy that resulted in the final score that we have here, 3-1. But folks, do not go anywhere. We do have post-game coverage. We will talk with the player of the game from Suburban FC, then transition to you to the next U15 matchup for the boys division between Lethbridge FC and OSU Academy. So don't go anywhere, and we'll be back with more coverage of this Canada Youth Cup National Showcase in just a moment.
Guys, love it.
Thank you. Good game. Oh, I was just like, bro, those are tough. I was like, why are you? Yay, pins.
Line up on that red line, I'll get your picture.
Awesome, thank you.
Welcome back, folks, to more post-game coverage. I'm here with Addie Heisen from Suburban FC. And Addie, it was a really good performance for you guys today, able to get a few goals. You did a lot on the pitch today. Just what seemed to really work for you as a team?
I think we stayed calm as a team, and we worked together really well. I think that helped us a lot.
Yeah, and just talk about your performance. You're able to set up your teammates and get a goal yourself today. I know that, again, it's a team effort, but what does it mean just to be like an effective individual contributor out here on the field today?
It felt really good. It was a really good ball for my teammate to help me score, too.
And last question before I let you go. Obviously, they probably had a lot going on. As you get bombed from your teammates, that's got to be a good feeling, but cool off a little bit. But if you were to think about just your summer in general, what's kind of been the highlight so far for you, just in general?
Probably just playing together as a team because we're all really good friends.
Awesome. Well, I'll let you go. Thank you for stopping by. Before we let you go, we'll have you sign the camera over there. Awesome. Well, thank you, Addie. Appreciate it. Let you go celebrate with your team. Good to meet you. Again, that was Addie Heisen from Suburban FC post-game. We still have so much more coverage to go. We have a U15 boys matchup coming up shortly. For myself, Connor Buchanan, Maritime Athletic Profiles, we'll transition to that, and we'll be right back.
Maybe you're a pre-med kicker. Or a sustainable business champion. Or a criminal justice historian. Or a next-generation coder. Wherever your passion lies, there's a place for you at St. Mary's University. Find what you're looking for out in the world, right here in Halifax.
It is often thought that glory is a matter of fate. But the truth is, no one was born a hero. It's an everyday journey. There are no shortcuts, no perfect scenarios, no days off.